Good morning time, good evening time, good afternoon time, whatever the case may be in your part of the world. And yeah, guys, I may sound a little bit like Barry White this morning because that's what I sound like when I get up in the morning. But anyway, I just want to talk about something real quick. Now, those of you that know, I'm chasing this 100-mile-per-hour record, as I'm going to call it, on an e-bike. The reason why I'm chasing it is because, in my opinion, it hasn't been done yet. And if it has been done, it hasn't been recorded officially yet. Now, you would think that would be an easy thing to pull off, at least if you judge or go by what people mouths say. You know, I don't know how many people have told me in the comment sections, and no, I'm not talking about no one person or anybody in particular, because it is a wide range of people that all say, yeah, I know such and such, and yada, yada, yada. Well, where is it? Where is it? Because this is 2022. You can go on YouTube and pull up just about everything, any and everything, on any piece of subject matter, whatever it is. Now, I just went there again. You can go put in YouTube e-bike going 100 miles an hour, and you know what's going to come up? Some clickbait. Here's one guy talking about 72 volt, 5,000 watt with 120 mile per hour top speed. He got 5,000 watts, and his bike goes 120 miles per hour. Guess what? Nowhere on this video will you see that bike doing anything close to 100 miles an hour, let alone 120 miles per hour. Here's another one. Clickbait. 100 mile per hour e-bike doing burnouts. Yeah, that's all he gonna do is burnouts, because you surely ain't gonna see him do 100 miles per hour either. Alright, there are no videos of anyone doing 100 miles per hour. Now, if it would have been done, I would have thought it would have been done by one of those guys over in Europe, you know, Wrong Way, or the guy Lottie that builds those cyber bikes. Not Cyber X, but the cyber bikes. Lottie, that's doing the van life. He's done plenty of e-bike builds, awesome builds with awesome technology. And he has yet to do 100 miles an hour. He's got bikes that do 100 kilometers per hour, but no, not a 100 mile per hour bike yet. Now, that being said, you know, I would have think it's not that hard to do, but obviously it is a little hard to do, because it must be, because I can't find a single one. Now, me on the other hand, I feel as though I know what it takes to do 100 mile per hour, and had I done that or stuck with my original game plan, I probably would have done it by now. And there's no doubt in my mind, if I would have purchased a far driver controller, I forget exactly which model that I was going to buy, but it's two models that can handle up to 128 volts. And I can go take a look in my my phone and find out which one I was about to order. And I did order one time, and the damn thing was on back order, so I canceled it. But anyway, that being said, my initial plan, and I've had this plan since I started building e-bikes. I can go back and show you a couple videos where I've said it over and over again. So this ain't like me getting this info from nobody else and claiming it as my own. When I first started working on e-bikes back in the Frank days, you can go all the way back to my Frank videos. I said I was going to build a high voltage e-bike. Reason why I was going with high voltage, because high voltage uses low, a lower amount of current. That's why I wanted to go with high voltage. I didn't want to use a lot of amps, because hella amps draws heat and, puts a lot of wear and tear on your motor, controller, everything. Now, I got sidetracked off of that idea only because I acquired this thing here, and this thing had ASI BAC 8000 in it. So being as though this had a high power controller, wasn't no need in me spending $1,500 on that far driver I was going to get. I said I'm going to go ahead and attempt to do it with this controller. Now the only problem with this ASI controller is that it is limited at a 22S system. So supposedly it cannot handle high voltage. Now, if that were any other controller like I've had in the past, I'll always jam a whole bunch of volts up in them, regardless as to whatever the volts, whatever it says they can handle. I just go ahead and shove a whole bunch of voltage up in them and don't care. However, that controller cost over $1,000, so I just don't want to be so quick to blow that controller up. So there's that. But best believe, if I were to spend the money and get me a far driver and get a 120 volt battery system, and that's easy to do. Either you can buy 260 volts, put them in series, or you can build a 120 volt pack. I probably would have just bought 260 volts, put them in series just to do it real quick, and I would have probably did the over 100 miles an hour by now. But anyway, I'm just saying that to say that it's funny how many different people or guys claim that they've done it, but there's no video of it. Now, like I say, in this day and age, 2022, if you are able to break such a record, or not break a record, because there's not one on there to break. According to YouTube, the fastest guy out there is the dude on the Suron that did 80 miles an hour. This guy, what's his name? Jack Cecil. I think he did like 85 according to his little GPS thing that he had on there. He never showed him actually doing that speed on the bike. He showed after the fact. But anyway, we'll give him that. He at least did 80 miles an hour. That's for sure. And I've done 80 so far. But, then there's another guy, Lightning Bikes, that people keep bringing up. And this guy says he's gone 95. But I'm going to keep it real, because I keep everything real on this channel. And I'm sorry, Lightning Bikes, but that video where you're supposedly going 95 looks a little suspect to me. But, if you're going to go 95, you're going to do 95, why not do a video where there's clearly no doubt in anyone's mind you're doing 95? Why would you have a little short, those little video shorts, a 15, 16 second clip where you can't actually see anything, and it just don't look, you know, when I do this, man, I'm gonna make sure you guys can see that it's me doing it, that I'm actually doing it that speed, that it is a reliable GPS speedometer, or, you know, an integrated system speedometer like GLE or Kilowatt that uses GPS and the wheel RPMs to give you an actual legit speed. You know, I saw that video of his 95, but like I say, man, it looks a little suspect. And the only reason I'm going to say it's suspect because it's on a video short, and then I'm just looking at, you know, now this is not scientific of how fast things were moving going by, but it doesn't look like that's 95 to me. Maybe 95 kilometers per hour, but it doesn't look like 95 miles per hour. Anyway, I'm saying all that to say, and I haven't even done it yet, but until there's a video, basically it hasn't been done yet, in my opinion. So anyway, I had to open this up again, so I'm going back, rewiring these lipos up, and as you already know, I'm going to 92 volts. 72 is just too difficult to do it. Too many amps, too many different factors that can keep you from reaching that speed. You know, field weakening and all that has to be right on point. So with 92 volts, I should be able to do it. If I can't do it, I'm going to get super duper closer than I've already gotten. And like I say, none of that even counts until I can put it on video. Alright, y'all. Take it easy. Take care. Peace. Just like my buddy, let me go back and say, Bill the Tuner said, you know, reason why there's not a video is because it's very dangerous to do. And it is very dangerous. So no, every time I go out here and risk trying to do 100 miles an hour, it's dangerous AF. Make no mistake about it. I know the dangers in it. Not only dangers in, you know, crashing, having an accident, it's also dangerous as far as, you know, your battery system, pulling that many amps, anything can go wrong. You know, your battery can reach thermal runaway, catch your bike on fire. So it's all kinds of chances you take when you're trying to break those speeds. So once again, until I can go over here on YouTube and punch in e-bike going 100 miles an hour, it ain't happened yet. Alright, y'all, take it easy, take care. Deuces, we out.